Everybody, Daniel here. Thanks for joining me. Today's practice is going to just be a well-rounded Vinyasa practice, all levels, lots of different options and choices depending on where you are in your practice. A couple of things I would like you to be mindful of is first, the breath. So just being really mindful of your breathing, trying to find a smooth, supportive, and sustaining breath. It could be Ujjayi, in and out through the nose by way of the throat. It could be in through the nose, out through the mouth. Doesn't really matter to me, but as long as it's a choice, something that's deliberate. Next thing I'd like you to be mindful of is just where you're sending your awareness. So of course, you'll be sending your awareness to your breathing. Also sending your awareness to the sensations that show up as you take different shapes. And then noticing where you feel it when you're doing specific things. And also seeing if you can distribute those sensations throughout the body. So it's not just one area that's participating, it's a full body experience. Next thing is your visual focus. So I won't tell you what to look at as you move throughout your practice. You might be looking at the screen, but be deliberate with where you send your attention. So just be mindful that the eyes aren't darting around, but there's a clear vision. It's choice. One of the great things about this practice is it does help you develop just overall awareness. And the nice thing about awareness is when you become aware of all these things that you're doing, you have a chance to make clear choices, clear actions, which goes well beyond your mat. You can bring that out into your day, really practical stuff. Next thing is you won't necessarily need any props. It could be nice to have a couple of blocks, a pillow, a blanket, and a strap, or something that might allow you to have a longer reach. It could be a strap, it could be a shirt. That could come in handy at certain points, but it's not at all necessary. Final thing is I'm going to be doing all of the vinyasas through locust pose. But of course, if you'd like to do chaturanga, if you'd like to do knees, chest, chin, cobra, plank, or just skip any of the vinyasas, that's totally up to you, your call. Feel free to add things in or take things away. As long as it makes sense for your body, it's allowing you to do what you came here to do today. Outside of that, it's 30 minutes, so we'll get started pretty much right after that. You can come to standing. Stand at the top of your mat. Feet can be whatever with distance apart that it feels right for you. Just take a moment to ground through your feet. Take a moment to close your eyes. Take a moment to feel your breath. Feel your body. And notice that relationship between your breath. Filling your body up. Expanding. And then eventually leaving the body. Bringing a sense of settling. And just take a moment to remember why you do this practice, what you get when you set aside this time to move and breathe with intention. And whatever reason that is, right, it's totally correct. And have a really, really great class. You can open your eyes up. And we'll start with just some gentle movement before we get into salutations. Start to roll out your head and your neck just a couple of times, chin to chest, ear to shoulder, head to back, ear to shoulder. And then circle your head the other way. And eventually draw your head to the center. Take some pretty big rolls through the shoulders. Like your shoulders could touch your ears, in front of you, beneath you, and behind you. And circle the other way. And then a little bit of a crisscross. Just gentle momentum. And then turning that into a little bit of a side to side, easy twisting. It's the lightness to the body. And draw yourself to center. And from the top of your mat, a couple of half salutations just to begin to set the pace of the breath. Inhale, join your palms, reach up, look up. Exhale, hinge at the waist, forward fold, send the weight towards your toes. Inhale, half lift, flat back, hands above or below your knees. Exhale, fold towards the floor. Inhale, sweep your arms forward up, reach up, look up, maybe a little back bend. Exhale, hands to your heart, hands by your side stand. One more just like that. Inhale, reach to the arms, lift the heart. Exhale, fold at the waist, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, shoulder blades back, crown of head forward. Exhale, heavy. Inhale, sweep your arms forward up, reach up, get long. Exhale, hands to your hearts, hands by your side stand. Couple of sanes. Inhale, arms up, reach up. Exhale, fold at the waist. Inhale, flat back, full breath. Exhale, fold, plant your palms, step your feet back, lower down to your belly. Inhale, lift up high through your heart, locust pose. Exhale, hands down, press back, downward facing dog, push your mat away. In this downward facing dog, you can take a couple of moments to pedal through the feet. Shift the weight a little bit side to side. If you feel like you're prepared for stillness, you can start to find that still version of your downward facing dog. In your downward facing dog today, just ground through the feet. Heels don't have to touch, but they might. As you ground through the feet, reach your hips up high. You can always keep a little bend to your knees if that allows you to reach your hips up higher. Just focus on feet pressing down, hips lifting up, whether knees are bent or straight, that's up to you. And then when you reach your next inhale, soften in your knees, look between your hands. You can take a step or hop up to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms forward up, reach up, look up, little back bend. Exhale, hands to your heart, arms by your side stand. Again, like that. Inhale, stretch up, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, fold, plant your palms, step back, lower down to the floor. Inhale, lift up high through your heart, full breath. Exhale, hands down, press back, downward facing dog. This time in your downward facing dog, see if you can find a little bit of stillness. Ground through the feet as you reach your hips up high. As you press strongly through your hands, send your hearts back towards your thighs. Keep coming back to the sensations of the body, spreading them out, sharing the work, and then always filtering that through the rhythm of your breath. When you reach your next inhale, soften your knees, look between your hands. You can take a step or hop up. Halfway lift as you inhale. Exhale, fold. Good, inhale, sweep your arms forward up, reach up, look up, little back bend. Exhale, hands to your heart, hands by your side stand. Some lunging salutations. Inhale, reach up, look up, little back bend. Exhale, dive down, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, elongates. Exhale, fold, step your right foot back, lower your right knee down, lunge. Inhale, take your arms up, reach up, lift out of your waist. Exhale, lower your hands down to the mat. Straighten through your left leg to the degree that you can. Blocks might be helpful. Inhale, lift up high through your heart. Exhale, hinge your body forward, press your heel into the floor. Inhale, rebend, your left knee lunge. Exhale, step your left foot back and lower down for your flow. Inhale, full breath, lift your heart. Exhale, press back, down dog, reach your hips up high. Inhale in your down dog. Exhale to stay. Inhale, reach your right leg up into the air, stretch. Keep your leg lifted and take little pulses towards the ceiling for 3. Use your butt to reach your leg up higher for 2. 1. Step your right foot forward, lower your left knee down to the mat lunge. Inhale, stretch your arms up, lift out of your waist. Exhale, lower your hands down, frame your foot. Straighten through your right leg to the degree that you can. Inhale, lift up high for your heart. Exhale, hinge your body forward, press your heel into the floor. Inhale, rebend your right knee lunge. Exhale, step your left foot forward next to your right forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hang heavy. Inhale, sweep your arms forward up, reach up, little back bend. Exhale, dive down right into your forward fold. Inhale, flat back, half lift. Exhale, fold, step your left foot back, lower your left knee down, lunge. Inhale, reach your arms forward up, reach up, maybe a little back bend. Exhale, lower your hands down, frame your foot. Same thing, straighten your right leg to the degree that you can. Inhale, think half lift through the chest. Exhale, hinge your body forward, reach your tailbone up and back. Inhale, rebend your right knee lunge. Exhale, step your right foot back next to your left, lower down for your flow. Inhale, lift up high through your heart, full breath. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog, push the mat away. Inhale, press through your hands, lift high through your hips. Exhale, ground through your heels, lift high through your hips. Inhale, stretch your left leg up into the air, reach. Keep your leg lifted, pulse your leg to the ceiling for 3. Keep pressing equally through 2 hands as you press for 2. 1, step your left foot forward, lower your right knee down to the mat lunge. Inhale, take your arms up, reach up, lift out of your waist. Exhale, lower your hands down, frame your foot. Straighten through your left leg. Inhale, float high through your heart. Exhale, hinge your body forward, reach your tailbone up and back. Inhale, rebend your left knee lunge. Exhale, step your right foot forward next to your left forward fold. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. Exhale, hang heavy. Inhale, sweep your arms forward up, ground through the feet, lift through the arms. Exhale, hands to your heart, hands by your side stand. My version, Surya B, call him Surya B-ish. Inhale, Utkatasana chair pose. Exhale, lower your hips, lower your hips, lower your hips, all the way down, Navasana. Inhale, lift your hearts, straighten your legs, or keep them bent. Exhale, cross your ankles, plant your palms, step or hop back, take yourself through your flow. Inhale, lift up through your hearts, take your time. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. You got time. Inhale, lift your right leg up into the air, stretch. Exhale, step your right foot forward, high crescent lunge. Inhale, arms up, reach up, lift out of your waist. Exhale, lower your hands down, step your right foot back, Vinyasa. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Inhale, stretch your left leg up into the air, reach. Exhale, step your left foot forward, high crescent lunge. Inhale, stretch up, reach up. Exhale, lower your hands down, step your left foot back, lower down as you continue to exhale. Inhale, full breath, locust pose. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog, push your mat away. In your downward facing dog, focus on the breath. Feel the sensations of being in your body. And just continue to notice where you're bringing your attention. Be specific, be deliberate. Let it serve you. And then when you reach your next inhale, soften your knees, look between your hands, step or hop. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose, hips down, arms up. Exhale, lower your hips, lower your hips, lower your hips, all the way down. Navasana, either one. Inhale, lift through your hearts, reach through your arms. Exhale, lower down, half boats. Keep your low back to the ground. Reach your legs long, maybe reach your arms long. One more breath here. Slowly draw yourself back, Navasana. Other ankle on top. Plant your palms, step or hop back. Vinyasa. Inhale, full breath. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Adding on. Inhale, stretch your right leg up into the air, reach. Exhale, step your right foot forward, high crescent lunge. Inhale, stretch up, reach up, maybe a little back bend. Exhale, lower your hands down, frame your foot. Inhale, sweep your right arm up into the air, twist and reach, just a breath. Exhale, lower right hand down to the mat. Step your right foot back. Take yourself through your flow. Inhale, full breath. Take your time. No rush. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Still no rush. Inhale, left leg up into the air, stretch. Exhale, step your left foot forward, high crescent lunge. Inhale, arms up, reach up. Exhale, lower your hands down, frame your foot. Inhale, sweep your left arm up into the air, reach and twist. Exhale, left hand down to the mat, step your left foot back, take yourself through your flow. Inhale, lift your hearts. Exhale, lift your hips, downward facing dog. In your downward facing dog, push through the hands, send your hearts towards your thighs. As you ground through the feet, feel for reaching, hips up high. Come back to the rim of the breath. Come back to where you're sending your attention, your focus. Then when you reach your next inhale, soften your knees, look between your hands. Step or hop. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose, hips down, arms up. Exhale, stand, hands to your heart, hands by your side. Vinyasa. Inhale, arms up, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, fold, plant your palms, step or hop back. Take yourself through your flow, or skip the flow. Inhale, full breath. Exhale, down dog. One breath in your downward facing dog, push strongly through the hands. Reach high through the hips. When you reach your next inhale, lift your right leg up into the air. Exhale, squeeze your knee to your nose, press the floor away around your back. Inhale, lengthen your leg back long, bend your knee, three-legged downward dog with a little twist. Open up, peel, play. Whatever feels interesting or curious to you. And as you reach your next inhale, stretch your right leg back. Exhale, step your right foot forward, warrior two. Ground your left heel, draw your arms wide. Take a moment in your warrior two, plant firmly through your feet. Feel almost as if you're trying to tear the mat in half. Right foot presses forward, left foot roots down and draws back. And then just take a moment, feel your right hip. Lift up just a little bit higher than the left. Usually that'll bring it in to a little bit more alignment. Keep all that. Flip your palm, reach forward, take it up, reverse. Just one breath here as you peel open the right side. As you exhale, cartwheel your hands down to the mat. Step your right foot back. Take yourself to your flow. Inhale, full breath. Exhale, press back, down dog. Nice. In your downward facing dog, inhale, stretch your left leg up into the air. Exhale, squeeze your knee to your nose, round your spine. Inhale, lengthen your leg back long. Bend your knees, stack your hip, three-legged downward dog, little twist. And take a moment, move around your leg in a way that seems intuitive. Don't knock over any houseplants. As you reach your next inhale, send your left leg back. Exhale, step your left foot forward, warrior two. In your warrior two, ground through the feet. Feel your feet draw apart energetically. Take a moment, usually left hip. You can lift up just a little bit higher. Bring two hips a little bit more into a line. Keep the feet, keep the waist, flip your palm. Reach forward, up, then a little bit back. One big breath as you peel open the left side of your body. As you exhale, release your hands down to the mat. Step your left foot back. Take yourself through your flow. Inhale, full breath. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Good, in your downward facing dog, plant through the hands. Drive your heart towards your thighs. As you send your feet into the ground, reach your tailbone up and back. As you reach your next inhale, lift your right leg up into the air, stretch. Exhale, squeeze your knee to your nose, round your spine. Inhale, lengthen your leg back long, three-legged downward dog, little twist, little play, bend your knees, stack your hip. If you wanted to flip it here, you could flip it. And as you reach your next inhale, send your right leg back and up. Exhale, step your right foot forward, all the way through warrior two. Good, in your warrior two, ground through the feet. Try and draw the mat apart. And then, squeeze your right leg straight. Feel the top of your right thigh firm. Keep that firmness there, keep that tautness. And then, instead of trying to send your right foot away, try and draw your right foot backwards. Keep all that, reach your right hand forward and down. Either to the right shin. I usually like to bring my hand to a block or to the outside of my right foot. Feel grounded through two legs. And then feel as if the right side of your body was getting a little bit longer. You might feel like the left side of the body gets a little bit shorter. That's okay. Then almost a sense of doing just the tiniest little back bend here. Floats your heart. Take one more inhale here to reach. Exhale, left hand down, pivot your right foot to the left, forward fold. Inhale, think halfway lift. Exhale, hinge your body forward over your legs. Now here you can bring your hands back to be in line with your heels. Or if you have an inversion that you're itching to do, this is a great chance to do an inversion. You got a couple of breaths. Otherwise, rock the weight forward towards your toes. Feel for reaching your tailbone up. Knees can be bent here if that feels a little bit better for your lower back or the backs of your legs. That's totally fine. Also, another chance to just bring the floor a little bit closer to you by using a block if that feels more appropriate for you. And take one more breath wherever you are. And then slowly draw yourself back up, halfway. Pivot your right toes forward. Pivot your left heel up. Walk two hands inside of your right foot. Rock your weight forward and back, forward and back, forward and back. And then gently lower down to your left knee. You can always place something underneath your left knee to just make that a little bit more accommodating for you. Take your right foot off to the right, about a 45-degree angle with the foot for your lizard pose. For your lizard pose today, you can stay on your hands, or you can bring your right hands to your inner right thigh. And it's almost like I'm trying to find a little bit more external rotation with my right hand, pressing out and away. From there, I can also find a little bit more rotation through the upper body, lifting my heart. Or you could also bend your leg. And just keep your leg bent there, work on building a little bit of strength in the hamstrings. Or you can add the quad stretch, reach your right hand around, grab a hold of your foot. Either draw your heel in towards your butt, or you can kick away from your body. Both will do something a little bit different. Just kind of feel what feels best for you. Wherever you are, 2 breaths. Press your right foot into the floor. Lengthen your heart away from your hips. And then gently release. Left foot down, right hand down. Any way you want to get back to down dog. Take yourself back, downward facing dog. Vinyasa, arm balance, your choice. When you're back in your downward facing dog, ground through the hands, ground through the feet, reach high through the hips. As you reach your next inhale, left leg up into the air stretch. Exhale, squeeze your knee to your nose, round your spine. Inhale, lengthen your leg back long. Three-legged downward dog, little twist, little play. Watch the house plants. And as you inhale, stretch your left leg back. Exhale, step your left foot forward, warrior two. In warrior two, ground through the feet. Feel the reach of your arms. And then squeeze your left leg straight. Firm the top of your left thigh. And then rather than pushing your left foot away, draw your left foot towards you. Good, keep all that. Reach your left hand forward and down. Either hand to the outside of your left foot, hand to the shin, that's nice too. Or of course, hands to a block, any height. Good, keep grounding through left foot. Feel like you're drawing your left heel towards your left hip. And almost like a little bit of a back bend right where your shoulder blades are. One more breath there. And then release, right hand down. Pivots your left toes forward. So you come into a wide-legged forward fold once more. This time, as you come into your wide-legged forward fold, come up about halfway, interlace your hands behind your back. Bend your knees and then start to draw your body down. Allow the weight of your arms just to be subject to gravity. But with your hands, imagine you're trying to draw your hands apart. So find a little bit of engagement through shoulders. And then bend one knee a little bit deeper than the other. And then switch. Then eventually just come to center. Feel the weight rock forward towards your toes as you reach your hips up high to the ceiling. One more breath here. And then slowly release your hands down to the mat. Walk your hands toward the top of your mat. Left toes forward, right heel lifted. Shift the weight forward and back, forward and back, forward and back, forward and back. And then eventually, right knee down to the mat. If you want that pillow under your knee, go for it. And so heel left foot a little bit off to the left, about a 45-degree angle. Actively push your left foot into the floor. And bring left hand to inner left thigh. Use that to encourage the thigh to rotate out and away from your hip. And lift your heart, lengthen it away from your waist. You can also bend your knee and just work on developing hamstring strength for the back of the leg. Or get a little bit more attention to the quadricep. Draw your foot in towards your butt. Or kick your foot into your hand. Either way, feel a lift of the heart. Reach out of your waist to the torso. One more breath here. And then slowly, whatever you have, undo it. Release your hands down to the mat. Step your left foot back. Any sort of vinyasa you want to take. Inhale, float high through your hearts. Exhale, lift high through your hips, downward facing dog. Nice. Last little bit. Inhale, stretch your right leg up into the air. Exhale, squeeze your knee to your nose. Inhale, lengthen your right leg back. Three-legged downward dog, little twist. If you wanted to flip it, you could flip it. Otherwise, just keep playing. And inhale, stretch your right leg back. Exhale, step your right foot forward. Warrior two. In your warrior two, plant strongly through the feet. Then reach your right hand down to the outside of your right foot. Side angle pose. And stay here in your side angle just for a moment. Broaden the reach of two arms. Then shift your gaze in front of your right toes. Bring your right hand in front and to the right of your right foot. Then shift the weight forward into your right leg for your balancing half movement. And stay right here. You can always bring a prop underneath your hand to bring the floor a little bit closer to you. You could also add the Savasana, grabbing a hold of your top foot, putting together that lizard quad stretch and the balancing half moon. Wherever you are, just pay attention to the breath. Let the sensation be overwhelming in any one particular area. Spread the sensation out. One more breath wherever you are. And then slowly, if you have your foot, release it, step back, warrior two. One breath in your warrior two. Then release your hands down to the mat, step back, down dog. If you have to take a flow, take a flow. Otherwise, take a breath in your down dog. Push through the hands, reach high through the hips. Then inhale, left leg up into the air. Exhale, squeeze your knee to your nose. Inhale, lengthen your leg back. Three-legged downward dog, little twist. If you flipped it, flip it. Otherwise, just play. And as you reach your next inhale, stretch your left leg back. Exhale, step your left foot forward, warrior two. Take a moment in your warrior two, ground through the feet, reach through your arms. Then left hand down, outside of left foot. Reach your right hand high up into the sky. Shift your gaze just in front of your left foot. Rock the weight a little bit into your left foot. Left hand a little bit in front and to the left for your balancing half moon. You can always place something underneath your hand. You can always try and lift your hand away from the floor. I don't like that, so I usually don't do it. If you wanted to go for the sugar cane, grab a hold of your top foot, kick, breathe. Wherever you are, stay. Notice, choose. One more breath. Whatever you got, slowly make your way back, warrior two. One breath there, doing great. Hands down to the mat, step back, take yourself to a flow or just come back, downward facing dog. Good work. From your downward facing dog, lower down to hands and knees, tabletop. A couple of times, cat-cow. Can be up and down, can be side to side. Just feeling things out. And then finally draw yourself back to a neutral spine. And from a neutral spine, you start to take your hands a giant step forward to prepare for puppy pose. So keep your hips pretty much stacked over your knees. And then as you walk your hands a giant step forward, press into your hands. As you press into your hands, draw the top of your mat towards you. As you do that, start to draw your body down. Keep pressing into your hands, pulling the mat towards you. And then you come down to the degree that seems decent for your body. Hands can stay shoulder width. If it feels pinchy on your shoulders, you can experiment taking your hands a little bit wider. You can also take the hips a little bit more forward. Play around with it a little bit, see what feels best for your body. Then take a few slow, deep, steady breaths here. Press into your hands. Wrap your armpits toward the floor. Breathe right in between your shoulder blades. Breathe where your shoulders meet the middle of your back. One more breath. And then slowly draw yourself forward onto your belly for Sphinx. In your Sphinx pose, press down into your feet, root down through pelvis. And feel your tailbone lengthen towards the backs of your knees. And as you root down through your hands, wrist, elbows, try and slide your heart forward. Last little bit, lift your chin up, open the front of your throat. Good. Keep that sense of pulling yourself forward. Stay rooted through the lower half. Float your elbows up about 1 inch. Keep pressing down through feet, pressing down through hips, sliding your hands towards you. Walk your hands back just another inch. Keep rooting through hips, rooting through feet. A little bit of engagement to the butt. Keep trying to slide your heart forward. Then one more time. Walk your hands back. Keep dragging your heart forward. Last little bit, lift your eyes up, chin up, spine long. To go back for 3. Breath full for 2. 1. Slowly lower all the way down onto your belly. Right here to the mat, lift the left arms by our side. Couple of breaths. At the peak. Almost at the peak. Last one on your belly, last back bend. Chin to the mat. So for this back bend, you can take floor bow. Could mean grabbing a hold of your feet from the outside. You could also use your strap to bring your feet a little bit closer to you. It's just basically making your arms a little bit longer. That way. Otherwise, if you'd rather just do a final locust, locust is a really great posture if you haven't gathered my opinions on locust yet. Last back bend. Grab a hold of your feet, either with a strap or don't. And then as you inhale, kick into your hands to come up. As you kick into your hands, let the kick start to peel your shoulders back. As your shoulders peel back, nice sense of trying to lift your hearts forward, almost lift your heart up. And then, rather than kicking just straight back, think of trying to kick your legs straight up to the sky. Last little bit, you might start to lift your gaze up. You might try and play the game of find your feet. Give it a couple of breaths. And then slowly lower all the way down to the mat. Whether you're on the mat, look the other way. Smooth, easy breaths. And chin to your mat. Hands underneath your shoulders, lift yourself up. Come to sitting at the top of your mat. You can come into bound angle pose, Baddha Konasana. Feet can be about a foot away from the pelvis. Feel for shifting the weight in front of your sitting bones. You can always put a pillow underneath your sitting bones to help tilt the pelvis forward a little bit more too. But before we go forward, just going to take some easy circles through the hips. And ungrip anything that feels like it's still holding on. Maybe in the sacrum, lower back, middle back. Just let it release. And then circle the other way. Draw yourself to center. Take an inhale, floats your heart up high. Exhale, start to hinge your body forward. Could be a little bit, some might have a little bit more space. You might start to walk your hands forward. Prioritize finding a sense of drawing your tailbone backward as you reach your upper body forward in the opposite direction. And slow, mindful breaths. At this point, just slowing things down. If there's a choice between something that demands a lot more effort or less effort, I personally would go for less effort at this point. And slowly draw yourself up. Hands to your knees, close your knees. Wrap your arms underneath your thighs. Lightly pulled away from your thighs. Tuck your chin to your chest. Round your back. Breathe some space in between all of your vertebrae. And as you reach your next inhale, draw your stomach to your thighs. Walk your hands back, push into your hands, soak your heart up high. Draw yourself back, neutral spine. Double pigeon pose. So start with your right leg on the bottom. Bring your left leg on top. Ankle to knee, knee to ankle. Now, if this doesn't seem like it's working out for your body, know that it's totally fine to stay right here. But you could also just take an easy cross-legged seat, bringing the right or the left foot underneath your right knee, left foot underneath your right knee, and then folding forward from there. Otherwise, just know that this is totally okay. If you have the space, you can come down here. You can also start to draw your body forward. Feel for inner thighs wrapping outward. Tailbone reaching backward. Upper body reaching forward. Breath just slow, full, deliberate. One more breath. And slowly draw yourself up. And switch your legs. Other leg on top, other leg on the bottom. Here's fine, here's fine. And here, totally fine. Draw yourself forward, settle in. Slow your breathing. One more breath on this side. And slowly draw yourself up, undo the legs, and shake them out for a moment. And then gather your knees, roll onto your back. Circle your knees together and apart. Circle your knees the other way. Hug your right leg in, send your left leg long. Squeeze your knee in. And then shift your hips a little bit off to the right. And then drag your leg over to the left. If there's another version of this twist that you'd like to do, absolutely do it. Shoulders heavy. Gaze in the opposite direction of your leg. And slowly draw your right knee back in. Scoot your hips back to center. And switch your legs. Left leg in, right leg long. And draw your hips over to the left first. And then drag your leg over to the right. Do the version of the twist that you did on the other side. Shoulders heavy. Soft focus, or a good chance to start closing your eyes, bringing it inside. Slowly draw yourself back to center, move your hips back to the center of your mat. Hug two legs in, squeeze pretty tight, breathe pretty big. And then at the peak of your next inhale, hold it at the top. And it's time to exhale, exhale, let your body go. You start to bring yourself into your Savasana. Now, If you'd like to take a couple of minutes, a seated meditation, that can be a really nice option too. But you've got a few minutes of stillness, silence for you. And it's a moment to let your body be your body, let your breath be your breath. You've done a great job of controlling those things over the last 30 minutes. Now's a chance to let those things go. And just put trust in the work that you did. Put trust in the relative progress of this practice. And for the next few minutes, it's up to you. Let things be still, let things be quiet. And imagine that you could just disappear for the next few minutes. And trust that you're doing it all correct, because you totally are. And take a moment to begin to reconnect to the feeling of being in your body. And take a moment to begin to deepen your breath. And then you can roll to either to your right or to your left side, your knees hugged in towards your heart. And slowly make your way up to a comfortable seat one more time. And in your seat, a moment to be with yourself, to appreciate the fact that you made it to your mat today. Appreciate the choices that you made for yourself as you were moving. And gratitude for your body that was able to move you, your breath that was able to support you as you moved. And then bringing a little bit of what you get from this practice out into the rest of your day to make it just a little bit better for you and those that you encounter as well. Take a moment, draw your hands to your heart. Bow your head slightly to honor yourself. And bow your head a little bit deeper to honor one another and the work that was shared together at different points, but nonetheless as a global community. We're in this together. Namaste.